Smitty here. I think it's been at least a week since my last video. Um, Instacart is crazy because you really have to work like 10 or 12 hours just to, you know, make enough to act like a good paying job. Um, but anyways, so I heard today that I have a second interview at my job that I had an interview a week ago for. So that's a good thing. That'll come up next week. Hopefully, I'll get an email saying what day soon. But let's jump right into it. The last 3 days, we haven't sold anything. We hadn't sold anything since the 31st of January until today. And for whatever reason, we sold four things today. Not a lot of money, but four things. One item hadn't even been listed for 24 hours, and it sold. Which I'll go over that. I don't even have them. We already got. They're all boxed up and ready to go already. So I'll go over some of the stuff that we sold since my last video, which is a few things. Actually, I 8 items, no biggie. But still, not a bad amount of little profit for us. And then I'm going to go over some of the stuff that I bought. I stopped at a yard sale and I got a couple of things. I got one thing from the yard sale. I got a couple of things from a little thrift store while I was working. I saw it and I thought I'd stop in and I bought a couple of things. So that's actually pretty cool. And but I'm going to go over the items that we sold first, and hopefully I can make it not too long of a video, and also go over everything that I want to. So the first thing, and I'm going to pop everything up on the screen. You'll see it while I'm talking here. So I'll add that to the video so that you can see our sales. But the first thing we sold was Insane Clown Posse Great Malenko Red version CD. There were like 4 different versions of this CD that came out in the early 90s. And this happened to be one of the better ones. Not the best one. I think the white version was like $75 for that one. But I had the red version. I had it on for 25, I believe. I accepted an offer for $20. And that was a CD again that I had sitting around. So we probably made a profit of like $18 on that one. So not a real big profit, but still good. And then another thing that it was mine that I had sitting around was this CM Gold black and white striped long sleeve dress shirt, button up shirt. We only had that listed for $5. It's not a good brand. It's not a well-known brand, but it was a nice shirt. It was just a nice regular striped black and white dress shirt. So like I said, we probably only made about $4 on it, maybe $4.50, because all of it was ours. And everything, again, everything is plus shipping. So there's always shipping included on top of that. And then we also sold an AJ Green number 18 Bengals Nike on-field jersey, extra large. I believe it was a kid's extra large or an extra large youth. We sold that for $20. We bought that actually a while back at the Goodwill for $5.49. So it's still like a $14 profit, $14 profit on that. It's not too bad. Jerseys tend to sell. You just got to find the right buyer, I think. And then we also sold. I'll pop it up on the screen too, but I have 2 sets of them. These smoke alarms. These are 10-year 2-pack of alarms. that I bought on auction. I think they were $4 for each of them. We sold them for $15 online. Um, so we made about a $10 profit on that as well. And then, like I said, we had no sales for 3 days, technically. First, second, and today's the third, I guess. But then we sold actually a pair of shoes that we bought on our first family outing as to do thrifting, and it's a pink Nike, pink and black Nike girls cleats, size 2. We bought those for $4.99 at the Goodwill and sold them online for 25 bucks. So we made probably about an $18 profit on that as well. And then we sold the Maxell 3-pack of 100 megabyte zip disks that are pretty much obsolete now, but I mean, some people still use it, but it's a 3-pack. Two of them are unused. One was used, actually, I believe, by my dad. And so we sold those for $6. They've been sitting around the house for years and years. And then we also sold the Spider-Man 3 bonus DVD. The bonus DVD, I guess, came with Spider-Man 3. This had never been opened. It was still sealed in the plastic. Somebody bought that for $7. It's been sitting around forever. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about was this pair of Nike Airs. So I actually found these on Facebook Marketplace and hooked up with somebody in town here. They had 4 pairs of shoes, 2 pairs of, well, 1 pair of Nikes, 1 pair of Jordans, and then 2 pairs of Children's Place boots, and I'll show you those here in a minute. But these Nike Air Max 270 Extreme GS 6 youth, size 6 youth, basically paid $14 for them. It was $55 for all 4 pairs, so I kind of averaged it out to about $14 per pair of shoes instead of staggering them. Like one I paid $15 for, the other one I paid $10 for, the other 2 I paid $10. It was just easier. $14 a pair. We sold those for $40 on eBay. Yeah, I could be wrong. It could have been Macari. I can't remember right now. But anyway, so yeah, those sold for $40. We paid $14 for them. So all in all, we made about $25 profit off of that, just that pair of shoes. And then so over the last week, I actually stopped by. I was doing Instacart, and I happened to stop 2 houses down from a little yard sale, and I just stopped and looked around right after I delivered my groceries, and I thought I would look around, and the only thing I really saw of interest here was this little guy, or probably a girl, but it is called the Karma Kitty JoJo. They were asking $1 for it, so I bought it. It's only worth like $10, but I thought it was a cool little item just to add to our eBay store, just for variety. And then I stopped by a thrift store also while I was in the. I had just delivered something, and it was right down the street, so I went in while I was waiting for another order to come in. And I only bought a couple of things. I found this nice little water bottle. This one is looks like it's a 20 ounce. Yeah, 20 ounce. I'm sorry, 24 ounce. Has a tag on it still. It never had been used. A nice sports bottle. Um, and they were selling that for $1.99. These are normally pretty expensive. And we have that listed, I believe, for $19. And then I found this one also. It just says wellness on it. It doesn't have a brand or anything on the bottom, but it's also a nice sports bottle, nice insulated bottle. It does have a couple chips and stuff on the and dents on the lid, but I think we have this listed also for like $12 for that one, and that's a 20 ounce. I have one very similar from it from my old job. And then I came across this guy, brand new in the box. It's still in its original plastic. This is a Slushy Express. Back to basics, and there weren't a whole lot sold on there, but just it being brand new in the box and summer right around the corner, honestly, and they were only asking $5.99 for it, so I went ahead and took a chance on this one. I think we have it listed for $22. I'm gonna pop all of these up on the screen too. To actually tell you what we have it listed for, because my wife has been doing most of the listing since I'm actually working so many hours. I've been starting at 6:30 and not stopping until 6:30 or 7 o'clock at night doing the Instacart thing to try and make sure that we make what I was making at my old job, while I'm being picky and looking for another position. Hopefully I'll get this one at the that I have the second interview for next week. So wish me luck. So anyways, like I said, I will go over those Nike Air Max. I'll throw them up on the screen so you can actually see what they look like. And then the other pair, these are Jordan 2.3s. These are retro OG Jordan sneakers. They are in super good condition. Like, they barely have any wear on them at all. I checked everything, looked on the insides. I mean, it honestly, aside from this tag kind of flipping off a little bit, these have virtually no wear. But that's what happens with kids. But these also, I guess 6 youth actually converts to 7.5 in women's. So if a woman wanted to wear these, or a girl, a young lady, these would probably work for them. But these, like I said, these are in super good condition. We have these listed for $70. The other ones, the Nike Air Max 270s, we had listed for $45. Somebody made an offer for $40, and of course I took it. And then we also have this one first pair of Children's Planet, Children's Place, excuse me, not Planet. Children's Place boots. Again, very little wear. They are in super good condition, and they're also 6 youth. So they came from a person that their son had outgrown these and can no longer wear them. And then here's the other pair of Children's Place boots. Again, just in super good condition. his son took care of him. We have both of these pairs of boots listed for $20 a piece. I believe the comps on them were between 22 and 25. So we placed them at 20. There weren't any exact matches that I could find on eBay to these, especially the style. These gray ones especially. I couldn't find the ones with the metal lace hooks as opposed to the lace up. So those ones are actually more like a hiking type boot. But all in all, like I said, they were $55. If I sell them for what we're asking, well, I didn't sell those for what we were asking, but 40 and 70 and then another 40, that's $150. That's almost triple what we paid for them. So that will definitely make up for it. And then also, I almost forgot. We just got this listed. I actually have a subscription, as you probably know, if you've watched any of my other videos. If you don't know, I have a subscription every month where I get 2 Funko Pops. And this month, or well, January's that came, one of them was, well, they, for whatever reason, I don't know if they started using a different shipping company or what, but they shipped each one separately. So I got 2 different deliveries, 2 different days for my subscription. And the first day, this one came, the box was half opened, and not this box, the outside box was half open, and it was just crumpled up something terrible. So I messaged them and said, hey, this is with pictures, and unfortunately they only allowed 1 picture on the whole thing with the message. So I added the one that had the most detail to it, and so they messaged me back and said, well, why don't you figure out how much it's going to cost to ship it back to us, and then we'll take it out and replace it. And I'm like, wait a second, that's not okay. I've got plenty of pictures that this is super damaged. Like, actually, where it's bent here, this flap was sticking out like this inside the box. It was pretty bad, like really, really bad. I'm like, this is not acceptable. Unlike most other places, they will replace it and send a return label, and then you can return the defective one. I was like, what can you do for me, guys? This is pretty bad. And I get an email back only like 2 hours later saying, we're already getting one ready to ship out. We apologize for any inconvenience, and you go ahead and keep the damaged one. So I'm all well and good, but I don't want the damaged one. It won't even sit on my shelf, steady like this. So we decided to put it on eBay and Mercari for sale. For like $12, I believe, is what she's worth. Because this is Wichita from Zombieland. So hopefully I'll get my other one and it won't be damaged. My second one was just fine. There was nothing wrong with it. But I think that's pretty much all I wanted to go over. I will make another video and tell you guys how my second interview goes, and Instacart. And I'm going to tell you, Instacart, again, is work. I've actually, over the last week and a half, I've lost another 5 pounds. Been eating normal, But running around with shopping carts all day long will burn a ton of calories, apparently. So try it out just as exercise if you want. You can make a little money and exercise at the same time. But actually, so I think that was it. I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, hit like, subscribe if you're new, and Smitty out.